You come into the world as a fragile whisper of life, pink, blind, and nearly hairless, no heavier than a bar of soap. You weigh less than 1/900th of your mother's body. Her breath fills the cave where you lie, warm and still. You cannot see her, but you feel her heartbeat vibrate through the ground, a rhythm older than the mountains that cradle you both. For days, she barely eats or sleeps, curling around you like a mountain of fur and milk. Your mother's pregnancy was long and mysterious, between 95 and 160 days, delayed by nature's own design. Sometimes she carries two of you, but only one survives. The other fades quietly, a cruel mercy from a world that rarely gives second chances. The strong must live, the weak must become memory. Inside the hollow of a fallen tree you grow, dreaming of nothing but warmth and milk. Around the 30th day, light touches your unopened eyes like a foreign god. At 3 months, you stumble on shaky legs, discovering the strange sensation of gravity. The world smells of wet leaves, moss, and her, always her. Your father? You will never meet him. After mating, he wandered back into the misty mountains, ruled by instinct and silence. Your world begins and ends in her arms, inside that small den where bamboo leaves rustle outside like an ancient lullaby. You learn the language of bamboo, the rhythm of cracking stems, and the slow patience of chewing. It's your destiny now, eating, always eating. Though you belong to the order carnivora, your soul has chosen peace, biting, not to kill, but to survive. You spend 14 hours each day consuming the green forest, up to 38 kilograms of bamboo, just to feel full. Your thumb, a false bone born of evolution's improvisation, moves like a sculptor's tool. With it, you strip the hard outer layers of bamboo, uncovering the soft marrow within. It's not glamorous, but it's the art of persistence, and persistence is what keeps you alive. Even humor finds its way into the monotony. You roll downhill sometimes purely for the joy of it, because gravity makes you laugh. You discover that the world around you smells like rain, soil, and your own scent. Every tree tells stories, scratched bark marking who came before. You are beginning to understand territory, solitude, and the invisible map of scent that connects every panda across the mountains of Sichuan, Shanxi, and Gansu. Here, in the misty heights between 1,200 and 3,500 meters, you are surrounded by clouds that move like spirits. The air is cold and damp, but life hums through it. Once, your kind roamed across much of China, even as far as Vietnam and Myanmar. Now, there are fewer than 2,000 of you left, survivors of silence. You start to climb for the first time, awkwardly hugging a tree as if afraid to fall. But then you realize that balance is not the absence of fear. It's trust in your own weight. From up there, the forest no longer feels endless. It feels like yours. Every branch carries the echo of your small victories. When the night comes, you curl beneath the bamboo canopy and listen to the frogs and wind, wondering if they too feel this hunger that never ends. In this world, survival is a full-time prayer, whispered with every bite, every breath, every heartbeat beneath the silver rain. The day comes when your mother leaves. She doesn't say goodbye. Her scent fades with the wind, and you realize she has been preparing you for this moment since you were born. You eat alone now. You sleep alone. The forest feels too large, but your instincts whisper ancient truths into your bones. Keep climbing, keep chewing, keep breathing. You wander through bamboo groves, sometimes stumbling upon other pandas, strangers who grunt or growl, warning you to keep your distance. You obey. Solitude is the law of your kind. Nights echo with distant cries, a leopard's snarl, the flap of an eagle's wings. You learn that even giants can be prey. Hunger is constant, but so is peace. There is humor in your clumsiness, rolling down slopes, misjudging branches, landing with a soft thud and a grumble. The forest seems to laugh with you, forgiving your mistakes. Even in fear, you find moments of play. You are learning balance, the fragile dance between vulnerability and strength. As days turn to years, your fur thickens, your jaws strengthen, and your heart learns to quiet its panic. The mountains no longer intimidate you. They begin to feel like home, a green fortress where life and death coexist in patient rhythm. Sometimes, loneliness creeps in like fog. You miss the warmth of her body, the gentle hum of protection, but you also understand that the silence she left behind is a gift. Space for you to grow into the creature you were meant to be. Every rustle in the leaves becomes a teacher, every scent a reminder. You are no longer a cub. You've started to understand that freedom is heavy. The bamboo tastes the same, but the act of eating it now feels different, deliberate, solemn. You are responsible for yourself, for every choice and every misstep. In solitude, you discover not just survival, but identity. You are no longer a cub. You are a wanderer, the owner of your own silence. You mark trees with scent and claw, announcing to the forest, "This is my breath, my presence, my brief eternity." You swim across rivers, climb impossible trunks, and follow the invisible pull of bamboo seasons. Your life is simple, repetitive, and yet sacred. Still, the world beyond the forest watches you. Cameras blink from hidden corners. Humans, the strangest of all creatures, fight to protect you from extinction. The same species that once hunted you. Perhaps they've learned that your survival mirrors their own. And if you're watching this story right now, you are part of that fight. Help this channel continue bringing life to creatures like me. Subscribe, share, and let the wild speak again through your screen. Mating season comes between March and May, a fleeting storm of scent and sound. For a few days, your solitude ends. You meet another of your kind. Cautious, curious, powerful. The encounter is both awkward and ancient. When it's over, you return to your quiet rhythm, leaving behind the possibility of new life somewhere in the fog. You are 4, maybe 5 years old now, in the prime of your strength. The forest has shaped you into something both gentle and indestructible. You eat, climb, rest, repeat. You've become a creature of habit, yet every dawn still feels like a blessing. You now rule a section of the mountain. The trees know your scent. The bamboo bends under your weight as if greeting an old friend. You no longer run from sounds. You listen, measure, and decide. You've become both guardian and ghost, a quiet sovereign of mist. Other animals pass through your realm. Takins, pheasants, and red pandas. You ignore them. You are not a hunter, though your jaws could crush bones if needed. Your strength is quiet, almost spiritual, the kind that comes from endurance. You've learned that peace is not weakness, it's power restrained. The winter mists roll in, but you don't sleep through them like other bears. You stay awake, slow but steady, chewing frozen bamboo as snow gathers on your fur. You've adapted to survive the cold without hibernation. Proof that patience, not aggression, is the truest form of survival. There's humor even in hardship. The way you slide down snowy slopes like a child, belly first, just because it feels good. The forest may be harsh, but you've learned to find joy in its simplest gestures. The warmth of sun through fog, the crunch of ice under paw, the stillness between breaths. You mark your favorite trees, not out of fear, but out of pride. Each claw mark is a declaration. I was here. I endured. You understand that immortality doesn't come from living forever, but from leaving traces in the world that once sheltered you. When the storms come, you don't hide. You stand beneath the thunder, soaked and unshaken, chewing calmly as lightning cuts through the sky. You've learned that mastery isn't the absence of chaos. It's the ability to remain gentle inside it. One spring, the air thickens with promise. You follow the scent of a female through the bamboo maze, your heart thundering with ancient memory. For 2 days, nature speaks through you. Fierce, unthinking, eternal. You've become both guardian and creator. And then, just like that, it's over. You return to solitude, unaware if your lineage continues somewhere in the hills. Months later, deep inside a hollow log, a tiny creature the size of a mouse opens its eyes. It will never meet you, but your blood hums in its veins. The cycle continues, fragile, yet relentless. That cub will one day walk the same paths, chew the same stems, and listen to the same wind whispering through bamboo leaves. You live about 20 years in the wild, maybe 35 in captivity. Time flows differently here, measured not by clocks but by seasons. Each fallen leaf reminds you of the years you've already consumed. You are both the eater and the eaten. Every bite of bamboo a quiet exchange between life and decay. Still, you walk with calm dignity, a monk of the mountains. Humans call you Da Xiong Mao, the great cat bear, a symbol of peace and endurance. You do not understand their words, but you understand their awe. Your teeth are dull now. The bamboo you once cracked like thunder resists you. The forest, once your kingdom, becomes a maze of effort. You move slower, stop more often, breathing in the same mist you were born into. The circle tightens. You've lived long enough to feel time breathing behind you. Predators rarely come for you anymore. They don't need to. Age is the quiet hunter that always wins. You lie beneath a cluster of bamboo, listening to the rain's slow applause. The soil smells familiar, damp, forgiving. Your strength fades not in violence, but in surrender. In those last moments, you are still part of everything. The bamboo that fed you will now feed on you. The mountain will reclaim your bones, turning them into soil, into roots, into the green stalks that some future cub will chew under another dawn. You have not died. You've returned. And so your story ends where it began, in the hush of a bamboo forest, where life and death are the same breath. If you felt this journey, tell us in the comments. Which animal should live through your eyes next?